Alright. We should be recording.
Alright, who wants to do a recap?
So, I can, having a rewatch session. We wake up in a pool, drag ourselves out. Elith is still contained by the moss. We have a big thing about the fact that none of us have our things. We are wet and do not have our things, and those were two fundamental truths at the time.
So true.
Cypress discovers a mosquito that seems to have just reached the end of its life cycle. Drew some conclusions from that we do not know if they are accurate yet. We're gonna fuck around and find out. We had to try and explain mortality to a gnome, which was an interesting experience. We go and retrieve our bodies, some of us taking it better than others. We also grab Elith's body and go to take it back to the cave so that if they would like to examine it when they wake up, when the moss releases them. Cypress does some scouting and sees a weird metallic spire thing to the south. We basically make camp outside the cave, so that we can, hey, you're finally awake when Elith gets released by the moss. Discuss some things, do some bonding, start heading south. We're initially, Ashe wants to see the lizard, and then after Cypress's suggestion wants to murder the lizard. The rest of us are kind of like, I mean, it's not exactly, we don't exactly want to die again, but then we end up in a clearing area that basically has one way in and one way out, and the way out is past the enormous fuck you fire lizard. Also, it's not actually a fire lizard, because fire lizards are something distinct. It's just an imposter fire lizard.
It's a lizard, a literal lizard that can breathe
fire.
It is a spicy lizard.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lizard that breathes fire. Not like those ones.
Yeah. Different fire
lizard. It is
lizard.
A spicy lizard. It is currently sundasking. We seemed to be somewhat consensus to try and sneak around, but it is going to turn into violence.
Yes.
We have entered the fog gate.
So true.
Yeah. I think that's about us.
We found out that Adhara was a psychopath.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's all I had to add.
And that there are probably a lot of very confused psychopomps around at the moment.
Yeah, considering this has been going
also,
on for
we don't know why it
couple
is
years.
spreading, but it does seem to be spreading.
Yeah. Considering it seems to have been going on for a couple of years, if tale of this stuff is correct. But we don't know, we're just making assumptions right now.
So, as a party, you all have crept closer and closer to this not fire lizard. And it is sun basking on the rock in front of you. It does not seem to have noticed you yet, though the key word is yet. What would you like to do?
I had, just to remind myself as well, I'd cast resistance at the end of last session.
I mean, Cypress is getting ready to pounce.
Hold on, everything just got super choppy.
Alright. That's not good. Is it any better? Oh.
Oh,
No.
and joke on. Out of character, Asha can, if we give like a signal, Asha can start their performance so that they don't have to spend a round starting it in once combat starts, but their performance is auditory based, so they should start it like as shit is going, because it's wake up.
You all will get an equivalent of a surprise round. If you all want to roll initiative and do a surprise round that way, that is fine.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
surprises.
Alright, give me 1 second.
I forget what your thingy thing does with Asha.
I will send it in the chat. Hold on.
Because I want to. It does something, and I can't remember. It's like a plus
It
on the
does
attacks
stuff that
and
is
damage with those
primarily
attacks.
relevant to you. Yes.
Okay.
Plus on the melee. Monster saves taking -1 to AC. Alright. Thank you very much.
Alright, if everyone wants to roll initiative and we can do our surprise round that way.
I'm gonna roll my physical dice and then I'll put it on the sheet. Tea room dice, don't fail me now! Okay, that wasn't too bad. What is my initiative?
What is your dexterity, my friend? God damn it!
Initiative is just dex with this too, right?
Yes.
So that would be... Oh, it's the same in this form too, I just have a... okay. So that's... 18...
Shh.
Nocturne? Oh. Would you like to roll initiative?
Yes, the initiative. Sorry.
There we go.
Okay. And then I am gonna roll initiative for it now, so I don't forget.
Yes.
I always forget that I don't have his character sheet set up at all. And I'm like, well, that's a 1. I always forget that I don't have Cybus's character sheet set up in the Roll20, so then I try and open it to do the initiative, and my brain stalls for a second, because it's like, where is he?
Where's my boy?
Where's my guy?
Where's my boy?
Where's my boy?
Oh, we're clustered.
Yeah, a little bit. That's alright though.
We'll stop being clustered once we're done with our surprise round.
Yeah. Cypress easily has the movement to get around this fucker. So he's going to once the opportunity presents
I'm
itself.
doing a decimal for Renza and Adhara to basically distinguish the sequence.
Elith.
Elith has the best dexterity mod.
Yeah. So.
And since acting before an initiative would get it flat-footed, so would get sneak attack.
Let's go.
Sorry, I am finishing up a bite.
Yep.
I love when I'm like, God damn, I got a 19. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling sexy. 3 people, like 20s.
We're outliers,
Is
don't worry
going
about
to
it. I rolled
very
a 16.
quickly and quietly slip up to be sort of right there next to the lizard. I'm gonna move the lizard probably onto the grid so things can be things. And is going to make a surprise attack with a dagger to start things off.
Yeah.
Sort of and it's gonna miss.
Oh no!
Damn it.
The lizard seems to notice their presence in just the last second, and while it's not unflat-footed, it does kind of manage to sort of juke its like body to the side a little bit. so that their knife kind of scatters off of the side of the rock, the basking rock.
Yeah.
Edhara?
Ah. Now, how would this work for sake of, sorry, words. If I wanted, this is mostly fielding to PK, because PK knows a bit more how this works. Would Edhara be able to wait to take their turn until after Renza has been able to boost them, or does that fuck things up?
There's two different ways to do that in Pathfinder. Number one, you can hold an action very similar to the distance. Number two is to delay your initiative altogether. And then you just wait and put yourself into a new place in the turn order effectively. And that changes your initiative for the rest of combat. My grandma's calling, so I'll be right back.
Alright.
So I could scoot them to be after Renza and have no real...
Yeah, it's still a high initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Edhara's gonna wait a second for Renza to be able to do something first. So basically swap the two of them, please.
Yep. There you go. Renza.
Fantastic. I'm going to... Sorry, brain is frying. I'm gonna send that to chat and so that you know that that is what is currently being cast on Edhara.
Okay.
Oh, come on. What the hell are you doing? Ah, that's what the hell you're doing. Okay, I see. Still on thin fucking ice. And that is an action. And I'm gonna... scoot over a bit more like this and deactivate the bonuses from being within reach of my little guy.
Is that your turn?
Yes. Sorry, I'm deactivating bonuses. Give me a second. And now it is back to them, and they will, approach and attempt to bite for now.
Okay. Where are they getting up to?
They've got 20 feet movement, and they need to get within 10 feet to bite, so...
Just like up here?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
And then they will attempt to bite.
Roll your attack.
Now, this is against flat-footed.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck it, this is going to be a power attack. 22 to hit?
That'll
Against
hit.
flat-footed?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Only 5 points of damage.
Hey, it's still 5 points of damage. As it is waking itself up from its basking. It's kind of a little sluggish. It doesn't really know what's going on, but it's been bit. It is Ash's turn. So I guess we're gonna chill for a second.
Grandmother call. I know the feeling. My grandfather does it sometimes. I wish I could drink.
Chomping violence.
Yeah. I wish I could drink coffee at night without fearing that it will keep me up. Sleepy. Drink more liquid.
we should definitely try to play a game at least once in November. Like, I don't care which game, but, like, actually sit around a table and...
Yeah, that's something I'd love to do.
It will, however, be a lost episode.
Oh, yeah. Well, I might be able to record it. I can bring my equipment as long as I have, like, my bags checked, which I probably will do for this trip, maybe. I'm not sure. If I can do that, then we can have a recorded episode. Which it wouldn't be
But it
too
also might
bad
be
to do.
funny if it's a lost episode.
It might be. But I might want it just so I can listen back to it and be happy about it.
Also, crucially, I'm gonna lay on you guys so much.
Hey, it'll be cold. It'll be colder then. We'll need it. Body warmth.
I also need to ask PK how the fuck concentration works in this.
Yeah, is it even a thing? Because I can't tell.
It is at
think
least
it's a thing.
somewhat a thing, but I don't think it's a thing in the same way that it is in 5e.
Yeah, because in 5e it's like a whole ass, like, issue.
System.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got systems behind it.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's the same thing
Right.
of, like, take damage, then you have to make a constitution, and make a constitution.
I
yeah.
thought it was just like certain spells you couldn't have at the same time.
I don't know.
Nocturne, whenever I see you reblog an anti-Ohio meme,
Hi. I'm reblogging it for all my Ohio followers.
This one goes out to you, Ohioans.
This one goes out to you, Ohioans. That shit sucks, doesn't it?
God.
Ohio's very flat.
yeah.
Have you ever been to a place with a lot of hills?
Yes.
Okay. I was like,
I
was gonna say, I hope
never seen a hill.
No, I was just like, I'm hoping that Massachusetts is not your first experience, where the roads curve every, like, 100 feet.
Alright, so here's the thing. You all saw central and northern Ohio, and that's where it's really, really flat. If you get into southern Ohio, you're getting into the foothills of the Appalachians, so you get some pretty good hill territory.
Nice.
The reason it's like that is because of the glacier.
Yeah. That's the same for, like,
Yeah.
in, like, my area. There's a lot of hills and stuff like that, but, like, you know, they're not as noticeable, but as the farther and closer you get to fucking Duluth, oh my god, the fucking... everything is so much. There is... by god, there is territory, and it is a lot.
I told PK about the glacier, and PK didn't know what I was talking about.
Oh no!
And I was like, PK, you're from Michigan.
Yeah, the glacier's in all of us, buddy.
This has the energy of, like, the time knife.
Yeah, we've all seen the glacier.
Yeah,
We
the
know.
glacier, we've all seen it.
Do you know what I'm talking about when I talk about the glacier, Nocturne?
Vaguely, enough to, like, know what's being referred to. I don't know a lot of details, I just know that there was a glacier and it receded, and when you see the lakes, that's from shit falling off the glacier.
Yeah. So for more context for Joe, I guess, the like the north part of the Midwest used to be covered by a giant ass motherfucking glacier. Like back in the very last ice age.
Yeah.
And that's why it's all flat. And that's why the Great Lakes are there. And
And that's some of what Iowa is like that, although Iowa was prairie lands as well.
Yeah.
was.
Some of the northern prairie lands were flattened because of the glacier as well. Like,
Yeah.
this
Here,
was a big motherfucking thing.
I can show you too. There's images.
Maps where it's drawn. But the very southern tip of Ohio, like around Cincy, was just outside the glacier edge, and so it's where the Appalachians start building. So the further you get south, the more hills you'll get.
Okay, this one's a better map of it.
And the church camp I worked was in the Appalachians, so.
My god, that's a glacier.
Yeah.
It basically covered all of Minnesota. Most of, it's all of us. We got the glacier.
Yeah, it got some Massachusetts in there too.
Yeah.
Anyone listening to this back later is getting a geographical, history lesson in the middle of combat because we're waiting for PK because I don't know how Raging Song works.
Yeah.
In Australia.
Glacier.
PK's been trapped in a conversation about wedding toppers.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
According to our DMs.
Oh no.
Apparently Australia was glaciated several times during the Pleistocene and possibly during the Pliocene.
Yeah.
On the mainland, glaciers were restricted to only the highest elevators of the Kosciuszko Massif. However, in Tasmania, a succession of glacial systems are recorded.
Nice.
Australia and Ohio apparently shaking hands, massive glacier.
Yeah. We fucking love
It does make
glaciers.
sense because we are close-ish. We are basically the closest thing, if I remember right, to the to Antarctica. I was just looking it up because I was curious.
For some reason, all of my elementary school history and science courses were obsessed with the fucking glacier.
Yeah. I feel that.
The glacier is drilled into my brain.
I remember seeing so many video things on it.
The reason I used Iowa as an example is that one of the people I follow who is no longer active, she's doing okay. Okay. Lives in Iowa, so I learned a lot about.
Oh, good old Iowa. My uncle used to live there.
Iowa.
Derogatory.
Yeah. That's true.
Sorry, Iowa.
Sorry, Iowa. I just don't like you very
Sorry,
much.
I don't know anything about Iowa.
Probably for the best. It has Ohio vibes, but rancid.
Which is impressive.
Yeah.
Considering.
Yeah.
Ohio.
The thing about Iowa is that Iowa has the best creative writing program in the country, so I can't talk too much shit. In case I get in. And I don't want to send bad vibes.
No.
Oh,
It's
this
okay.
is a beast that is shaped. Guys, I'm sending.
There's no reason in the world I would ever think that I could get into the Iowa writers' room or writers' retreat, but if I ever could, by God.
Yeah.
It's the most exclusive and top program in the country, and it's at the fucking University of Iowa. It's where
Hey.
Kurt Vonnegut went.
Hey, I'm rooting for you.
Thank you.
Then if I ended up moving there along with you, my parents would feel less angry about it, I'm sure.
Less angry about Iowa than fucking Arizona.
Probably, yeah. But then again,
How do
they'd
you
probably
feel
use
about
that
Iowa
next.
nocturnes?
It's a state.
God, I feel that.
I don't know if I could point to it on a map.
It's the
Is it next to Illinois?
No. It's the like kinda.
It's
hold on.
literally beneath Minnesota. It's the
Yeah.
one
Oh, is it
state
right next
beneath
to
me.
Ohio?
No. It's the one that
No,
kind of looks like it's got a belly.
Like it's flat
it's
at the
kinda
top.
No, the head or the belly of the man. The man in the chef's hat.
It's the head. It's the head of the. It's
Okay,
the head
yes,
of the man in the
that's
chef's
what-
hat.
That's what I thought it was. Okay, I'm right. So that's the only way I know how to look at a
Here.
map of the United States.
There he is,
The
right
man.
there.
Yes, the man.
He's right beneath
That's what I
us.
thought it was.
There's a good reason he's there.
See, you said next to Illinois, and I was like, that's that's fucking Missouri. I'm sorry.
Wait,
Missouri is more next to.
Is it?
How the fuck do you guys get a man out of that?
Hold on.
Head, body, legs, feet, and he's holding a plate of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Because he's holding Tennessee, and then Kentucky's on the plate. Except he's holding it real low down. I learned this in like 5th grade. You teach a 10-year-old this, and they never forget
Oh, I
it.
can tell. I was like, oh, I'm the hat. Yay. Thank God.
Hold on. I'll draw him out for you, Joe.
Okay,
Minnesota
but I'm looking at this
fucking-
and going, how the fuck do you get a man?
Minnesota fucking ratatouilleing Iowa.
Oh, I already
can-
have a U.S. map in my fucking hard drive. Why am I looking for another one? Hold on.
Also, I'm sorry if you can hear them blasting shit in the living room. They're being obnoxious.
I cannot.
It's
So it's
really
okay.
loud for me.
I am sending a Tori to swipe right because I will kill for this cat.
Goatee?
I know there's a draw tool.
Dwa.
Am I gonna have to open CSP for this?
Oh, Kibby. Oh,
Let
I
me
love
look at this
Kiki.
Torty while CSP sends my computer to hell.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna turn back the Nudora volume stuff. Here we go.
oh, Torty.
Kibby.
Paint.
I will kill for Dearborn.
File. Import. Image. Map. Okay. Draw. No, new layer. Fucking new layer. Draw.
Me when I'm drawing. Fuck it, new layer. 50 layers later.
Ah,
I love the people who are modding Stray so that the cat looks like their cat.
Yeah! I've seen people do it for Minecraft YouTuber kitties too. I'm like, oh!
I am drawing out the man and his little hat.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna get Stray yet or not. I haven't decided.
I
I
have it.
want
It is very
to.
good.
I want to, but like at the same time, I feel like I wouldn't play it that much. I don't know. I'm just one of those people, I guess.
Wait for it to go on sale.
Yeah, I think that might be the best.
I really need to like pirate Photoshop.
Yeah. In this economy,
don't have to-
yes.
So I don't have to do this in fucking CSP. I love you, CSP. You're a good art program. You're not good for editing
Bad-
photos, though.
yeah.
Yeah, not the best. It's a good drawing program, but it's not the best for photo editing.
Joe, in
Yeah?
the in-chat channel.
Yeah.
Huh. Fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
I drew up the
Okay,
man.
I can see it now.
So then she starts talking about the peanut butter frosting.
Oh my god! You're free!
Oh
Oh my god.
Bro.
Welcome
And
back.
We were talking about the glacier and then the little man in the United States, so...
Oh, there's a little man in the United States.
Yeah. Did they tell you about him in middle school?
No, I didn't go to middle school.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we knew this!
Gabe, I was homeschooled my whole life. I didn't go to school.
Mm-hmm.
How did I
This
not
is-
know this?
I don't
How
know.
did you not know this? This is like well-documented
Wait.
PK law.
I never
How
went
did
to school until like junior and senior year of high school. I did a sports medicine class at the local career institute thing, but not any other form of school.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
this
been a
is-
while
'Cause it
since
wasn't-
this has been
it wasn't
distributed.
Yeah, it hasn't been relevant. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't
PK
mentioned.
was
It wasn't
home-
relevant to my journey.
Yeah, exactly. PK, it is your turn. I don't know how Raging Song works.
Okay, so they're going to start speaking, and I'll just resend it in chat 'cause it's been buried a little bit. Motherfuckers can get. Is this what I need to show?
Bonus
Yes.
to our attack rolls and
Motherfuckers get this shit if they so desire. They can choose. They can choose now and choose again at the start of your turn. So if you want temporary HP now and want to reject it at the start of your turn, also fine. That anybody who can hear her gets this bonus, and she says, "Little finger of fiery grain, it flickers over stone," and points at the giant lizard, which is not little nor finger-sized, but that is going to be the whole turn. Sorry that I could have just told you that over chat, but I was struggling to get through a conversation about peanut butter frosting.
it's okay.
PK, I do have a question for you though.
What's your question for me, Joe?
Concentration. How the fuck?
That's a great question. Concentration is relevant only while you are casting spells.
But not while they are in the duration?
As far as I know, no. If for example, something tries to attack you, take an attack of opportunity while you are casting a spell in melee, you must make a concentration check. And that's your caster level plus your relevant ability score modifier for your concentration check. And the DC changes based on the level of the spell, but it's not during the duration. It's
Okay,
just
it's while
you're-
it's while you're casting. Okay.
Yes, correct. That is. I hope that was articulated
Yes.
appropriately.
And then there are spells that you have to concentrate on to maintain the duration, but
Yep.
that is not like a concentration check. That is just means you have to use your standard action or whatever the fuck to hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, neat.
Yeah. So concentration, slightly different in Pathfinder. Hope that helps.
Yes.
Everybody gets those bonuses. Asha probably should move in a different direction as well while we're at it. Asha's just gonna hop, skip, and a leap over this way.
Hey, past me. What the fuck did you do with the cheat sheet? There you are.
That's my turn.
Cypress.
Hello, I want to run up and bite this guy by pouncing.
All right.
I'm gonna run up to here, I think. Actually, I can move up to here, so I'll flank with a rogue here. And he's gonna take 3 attacks. Because he can do that
Okay.
when he pounces. Okay, first one, I'm gonna do my 2 talons first. That's an 18 to hit for the first one.
That'll hit.
Ooh, not as good the second time. That's 13 to hit for the second.
Even flat-footed, it won't. Sorry.
That's alright. And then we're gonna do the bite.
Right.
That's a little better. 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright,
Roll your
cool.
damage.
I suppose a +1 to that talon swipe wouldn't have done anything, huh?
No.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's fine. No, I just had to ask because I forgot to add that. Where did I dropped something. I don't know where it went, but that's okay. I'll deal with it later. So my 1 talon attack is gonna be. Oh, are you fucking serious? Cool. Thanks. That's my strength.
Remember to also add bonus to damage from Raging Song.
Yeah, the plus, whatever the fuck that is.
It's a plus
Plus
one.
one
for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used the strength from my Dinosuchus for this, right? I think so.
I presume, yeah.
It's not as
Okay.
I don't
good.
know why you would use your normal tiefling strength.
I know. I'm just giving myself a second here. What was... so that's 4 points for the first talon attack.
Okay.
And then I have to roll a d6 for the bite. Okay, that's a little better. And then a 6 for the bite.
Alright.
And that will be my turn.
Yeah. It has never seen a motherfucker like you before. And it's like, hello.
I like
Cypress.
I like to imagine that Cypress is making the Velociraptor noises from Jurassic Park. That screech
The turtle
sound.
fucking noises?
Yeah. The creepy shit.
Right. Cyvis.
Hello. Don't want to get very close to this thing. All I have is close up, though. Maybe. I could.
Do you have a crossbow?
No,
Let him.
Sorry.
no. I have a dagger. But if I throw it, I no longer have a dagger.
No.
That is the problem with throwing things.
Curse of dagger.
When you throw it, it's gone.
Oh, you know what I can do? I'm gonna be a support player. Who needs to get up close and hit it? Who needs to get up close and hit it that is not already up close to it?
I don't think anybody.
I mean,
Okay.
Asha wouldn't mind being closer and hitting it.
Then
Asha does better with a machete than they do with chakram, so
then I'm gonna go up to Asha. And drop a guidance. Just a
Okay.
encouraging pat on the shoulder. So +1 competence bonus on attack roll, saving throw, or skill check.
thank you.
But you have
I love
to,
you.
But you have. I love you too. However, you have to choose to use the bonus before making the roll, but you can make it for any roll within the next minute.
Valid. Thank you.
No problem. That. All that I can do. Currently. Yeah.
Right. Elif is gonna try a second time.
Come on, Ella.
Because
And we'll get a
fuck.
flanking bonus this time.
Yes. And I'm going to roll physical dice this time. Okay, yeah, that's gonna hit even without any of the bonuses.
Yeah, dinosaur.
So that
And I
is
believe because flanking, they do get sneak attack.
not even flanking friend within 5 feet of the enemy as
Ah.
well.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so that is going to be that. Okay, that's gonna be 13 points of damage on 1 dagger strike.
Jesus
Sexy.
Christ.
Incredible.
When rogues, am I right?
And they can't make a second one because they don't have the BAB. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Renza, my dear.
I am not happy with this cluster. So I'm gonna get moving over to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have I got a clear line of sight from there?
I'd say so, yeah. It's a little obscured in the top. Like the height of it is a little bit obscured by these branches, but otherwise you can get to the body.
Fantastic. I'm gonna shoot it with the crossbow.
Nice.
Alright, roll your attack.
No, wait, I use the purely grey ones for Ranza. That is 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. For 9 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, with this thing had fucking massacred you all with its own surprise round. And now being able to turn that on it seems very unhappy. It is scrabbling against the rock to try to get its feet underneath of itself. And Renza, you take a shot and it goes straight into the one of the forearm shoulders and kind of knocks it off balance again. And Hada.
Right. Follow that up with both attacks and fuck it, we'll do them as power attacks.
Sexy.
Since I can offset the penalty for power attack with the bonus from...
Sexy.
The bite doesn't do anything, and is a 17 enough to hit?
The rules for flat-footed, PK.
Yes.
I know that it's flat-footed during the surprise round, for sure. When does it stop being flat-footed on its first turn?
That is a good question. It has not acted yet in combat, so it is flat-footed currently.
So
Okay.
in that case it hits.
Okay.
Nice.
For 8 points of damage, there's a smack with the tail.
Yeah, this thing is really not looking good. It's not very happy. Asha.
Oh, that's me. Okay. Okay. So my beloved just gave me a bonus, but the temptation to just start screaming is so very, very strong. I'm going to start screaming. But nobody hears it except for the lizard, so it just looks like I'm pretending to scream. I take a quick little break from speaking to scream silently, and then I go back to speaking, but crucially, I need a fortitude saving throw.
Okay. Alright. This is its good stats, so I'm sorry.
That's fair.
That's gonna be a 21.
Okay, it still takes half damage.
Yeah.
So it takes 5 points of damage because I rolled well.
Nice.
Okay. Its head thrashes a little bit, like it hears something you all don't.
And
It's-
Asha
No, go for it.
Asha just takes a little break to do that. It sounds like a natural pause in the rhythm of the world, and they say, "Here once horror poured so hot, heavy, thick, everyone was dead before he was sick." And then that is it's to well, it'll come. We are very clumpy, and I want the screaming creature to be away from Cybus. Gonna come here.
Yeah. Bring it to me, I'll handle it.
Bring it to you instead. So I was like, I wanted to be
I
away
should
from
have backed off a step more, but
Yeah,
that's
you're
fine.
good.
from this friend of mine. I will take it to a different friend of mine. Smiley face.
Yes. Cypress is here to do that.
Alright, Cypress.
Speaking
This
of
thing
me,
is bleeding. This thing is bleeding, and its blood is like brighter red than you expect. And it seems like it's finally about to get its feet underneath of it, but you have just a moment to act. What are you doing?
I'm fucking pouncing again, baby. Let's do our
Okay.
2 claw attacks. So that's that's only 17 to hit for the first one.
That'll hit.
Oh, thank God. Oh yeah, flat-footed.
He's still flat-footed, thank God.
Okay, I rolled higher than that. That's an 18 plus 5 for the second talon.
That'll hit.
And then my bite. What is that? I don't think a 15 will hit though.
No, sorry.
Damn it, I gotta miss with one of them at least, but at least I got both talons. Those are the ones that matter. Where's my D8? Oh, was that what I dropped? Oh no, it's fine. Okay. The first one, oh yes! That's a 7 plus 2. So that's 9 points for the first talon swipe.
Okay.
And then that's 6, so 8 points for the second talon swipe.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah! I went. Hello?
Legit. It has 60 HP.
Oh shit.
Beast mode Cypress.
Can I just say that because it pounced, I want to do like the Velociraptor thing where it jumps on the side and just like goes tearing into the flank of the creature. His like golden eyes
Absolutely.
narrow and he just locks in on the jugular and goes for it.
And as your claw sinks in, it sort of pulls away in pain, and it sort of just ends up ripping the wound open further. And where it was about to get its balance, finally, it overcorrects and falls, and you see it sort of flip over itself, hit the side of the rock, and slide with a hissing sound into the water, where it floats, dead.
Cypress just kind of
Because
like,
you guys basically got 2 surprise rounds on it because it rolled initiative so bad.
yeah! Cypress is just standing there covered in blood where its basking rock was and just like stares at it for a moment and then like uses his back foot to kind of like scratch his jaw and fluffs out his feathers a little bit.
Fucking... Okay. And the glade falls quiet.
Huh, that went better than expected.
See, I said we should kill the fire lizard.
The dinosaur
You were
bobs
correct.
its head.
I was so I want to look at the moss.
That died so fast.
To be fair, we also died so fast in the same situation, so can we really blame it?
Yeah, that's true.
I want to look at the moss, Parker.
You want to look at the moss. Make me either a survival or a nature check.
I think one of these things is not like the other. Yes. It's the plus 10.
Okay. Roll, please.
Nat 20 for a 30.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. So the moss that sort of runs underneath the lake here, and at points the lake does get pretty deep, especially around the skeletal what remains in the center of it. So some of it is down and out and far out of your reach, but the stuff that's closer to the side, it's easy to sort of get into. You put your hand down into the pool and you touch the moss first, and it's very soft. Almost silken in a way.
Okay.
And when you pull it up, pull like a handful of it up out of the water, because I feel like that's what you do, just kind of like grab and pull.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You just rip a chunk of it out, and it is sopping with water, but even then you can still see this vibrant green color that it is. As you look at it and you inspect it closely, in all actuality, it is, as far as you can tell, a type of moss that is relatively common to this area.
Okay.
The plant structure is the same, the texture is the same. As it sort of starts to dry a little bit in the sun, it fluffs up in the right way. But the vibrancy is so bright, so lifelike, so rich. Which, as you look out over the lake, doesn't really make a lot of sense. Because this sort of vibrancy you should only really get... it's bloodstained cypress. But
Excellent.
This is the type of vibrancy that occurs in plants that are well taken care of or in ideal conditions. And this mountainside lake with like a dead thing in it, and the temperature and the forest canopy sometimes obscuring the sunlight does not seem like ideal conditions for this particular moss.
Huh. Interesting.
But other than that, it seems just like fairly common local moss.
All right, I'm gonna take some of it and
Common.
stash it in one of my jars.
Okay.
Common moss.
Interestingly enough.
Oh,
1 second.
Oh, do you have a handout for it?
is there a handout for the moss?
I gotta find it.
Yeah!
Oh my god, I'm so happy.
Moss.
Adding moss to my inventory.
Moss.
But Parker knows how to appeal to us.
Moss.
Moss.
There's gonna be so many handouts by the end of this game, aren't there?
Common moss. I'm not sure why that makes my brain happy. Common moss.
Common moss.
Yeah.
Common moss.
Common moss.
Show me the moss.
He has the moss.
He has the fucking moss, y'all.
Moss, moss, moss.
Yes. Moss sample from forest pool.
I'm not going to. I'm going to be normal and store the moss.
Eat
Okay.
moss.
I want to eat the moss, but I'm gonna save it for later.
God. A snack that'll help us later.
A tasty snack that will help us later.
Uh,
Moss sample.
I'm debating on whether or not I want Cypress to come out of his beast form, and try and deal with the body a little bit and take some stuff from it. I assume dragging this thing back on land would be a sizable feat, wouldn't it? This thing is big.
It's relatively close to the edge, but you'd probably need multiple people to do it. It does promise to have at least some unique parts.
That's enough warrant for Cypress. He'll change back into person.
Yeah.
He gets up from the bloody rock he was laying on for a little while, because he was resting, I guess. I don't know. He enjoyed the sun anyway.
It's a very nice basking rock.
Oh, damn it. He regretfully gets up, and kind of, like, shifts into the water a little bit, just to, like, clean himself off before he goes back to self, and then looks at the rest of you and is just like, if we can pull this up higher, we could get some stuff from this, I think.
Fair enough.
We can't take much, it'll be too much of a load, but... well, creatures like this probably have quite a bit of things within them.
Renza is going to assist. I don't know how much assistance she will be. And Hana, unfortunately, does not have hands.
Unfortunately,
so will probably
handless.
not be very helpful.
I have a 14th strength. I will also help you.
Excellent.
Between all of you, it is relatively easy to get this thing up onto shore, and I'm not going to make you roll anything because, this is, boss loot, so...
Yeah!
Boss loot, boss loot, boss loot.
Boss loot.
And Parker is becoming aware that the bosses clearly need more hit points.
Yeah.
Oops.
We were very
Killing
lucky,
violence.
and it was unlucky.
Yeah.
Killing violence.
If we didn't have the surprise run, we might have been fucked.
You have new handouts.
Yay!
Woo!
Oh my god, organs.
Flaming lizard scales. Yes!
You're able to pry off some of the scales and swaths, and you find what is clearly a breath organ within the creature's throat. On top of that, you're able to pull out what will probably be some really interesting jerky.
Yeah! I'll take that.
Yeah.
Belongs to the brick house jerky.
Okay. So it's looking like the more that, the more often things revive, the weirder they get. Interesting.
Well, what'll that do to us? It's kind of concerning.
Is there any sign of things occurring in the pool?
Make me a perception check.
I would love to. You have no idea how much I would love to make a perception check. That was good. The Asha dice are rolling hot, y'all. I'm into it. That's a 25.
At the moment, you can't see anything.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, in any case, if we start growing extra hands and heads, I suppose we should let each other know.
I think that would be fun.
depends on if you can actually use them or not.
I think I could figure it out.
Cypress shrugs. They could be
Plus,
useless.
imagine it. I mean, how many people have extra heads?
I mean, he kind of gestures vaguely. The bears had extra parts. Some of them couldn't be used.
I bet if we gave him a bit of time, I wonder if... Let's go back and try to find those bears. I wonder if he has a third eye now.
Cypress ignores you.
Oh.
You ignore Asha?
Yes.
You ignore it like the football? Oh, jail for Cypress for 1,000 years.
You'll have to catch him first.
Hi, Taylor. How you doing? I know it's a lot of years. We're gonna be forced to at this rate.
God.
What
It's
was
the
that
best
Taylor
point.
said?
That's a lot of years, is what Taylor said.
Taylor said, that's a lot of years. I don't want to live that long. And I was like, we're gonna have to at this rate, referring to the events in the game. But anyway,
Yeah.
sorry about that, gamers. It is so. I love when Taylor comes in.
Yeah, it's good.
Anyway, I can't believe you ignored my gnome who has
Sorry.
valid scientific questions.
He's more
God.
interested in, like, looking around the place, making sure we haven't, like, attracted something bigger and worse, and
Hello.
going where we want to go. Oh, hi!
They fucking went sicko mode on the lizard. It's dead.
Oh, fuck.
It didn't even get a chance to act because
Oh my
we got
God.
a surprise round and then we all had higher
Banger
than its
initiative.
11. Except for Cyrus.
Go. Fucking hell yeah, babes.
We're
revenge.
gaming, is what I'm saying. We
Crunch.
cheesed the boss, is what I'm saying.
Cheesed.
Parker immediately starts retooling enemies to have more hit points.
Alright.
Look, be nice to us.
We
It's
asked
not our
for
fault
it,
we're
I
so
guess.
sexy.
You also have another couple of item handouts as well.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, I will look through. There are moss samples.
Oh yeah, I got a moss sample. It's mine, you can't have it, but I do have it.
That's fine, I don't need it. I see you dissected it as well.
Yes,
Just a
we
little.
tore it apart just a little. Just a friendly little, you know.
Friendly little dissection.
Yeah, taking the two from the lizard in comparison, it does seem like there is at least some mutagenic effects to the resurrection process because
The bear's had it. This thing has weird fire organs and.
Yeah. But it's just a lizard.
Yeah.
it had once the flaming lizard had been a small lizard like any in the forest. This poor lizard had simply wanted to be warm and had found a great basking spot next to a pond. Not too long later, it was scooped up and eaten by a passing bird of prey. And then a bit later, it scrambled up out of the water and back onto its basking rock.
Okay.
Huh.
Parker, I'm assuming flavor text is for our out of character benefit, right?
Its meta-ness is up to play. The way I'm doing it is if the flavor text is in whatever the flavor text is something that for one way or another your characters have also learned, whether it is by observation, whether it is due to poking around in the body, like
Yeah.
We know that this thing was once a small lizard and has become big lizard.
What's
Yeah.
little bean?
It's like a video game. You just kind of hand wave it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright, okay, that's fair.
What? It's like a video game? This campaign?
What?
Yeah, crazy, I know.
Again, I am playing with narrative style and
I
with
love it.
It's very
Yeah.
cool.
At some point I feel like sitting here just like it's definitely gonna come back in the pool though.
Yeah, we should leave.
It's for sure gonna come back in the pool. I would like to see it personally, like I'd like to watch and see how long it takes, but I understand if we don't want to do that.
I have something I want to check out. So we see like a skeleton at the bottom of this thing, right? Is that just part of the map?
You can see the skeleton.
How deep is the skeleton?
At a guess, the deepest this pond gets is probably 20-25 feet.
I want to examine the skeleton. I think Cypress starts stripping.
Everyone's seen each other naked.
Yeah. He just doesn't want to have his clothes be fucking wet, so he's just, because that's a fucking pain in the ass to walk
we have
in
learned
wet
the
clothes.
consequences of being wet.
Yeah, being wet in clothes and then hiking, like, who knows how many miles, not a fun experience. It chafes.
That sounds like hell.
Yeah. So he's gonna go dive in there, just take a look-see at what's in there. Probably not
My
the wisest
clothes are staying
solution.
on.
Good. Good for you. Cypress would like to take a look, though. If he can.
Hey, make a swim
Let's
check.
go.
Okay. 1 second. I had just finished that. Okay. My swim check, I think, is +8, right? Let me check. Yes.
Okay, I do need my glasses.
Oh god.
Damn it.
18 + 8. 26.
26.
Yeah, that's fine. Fuck it. Yeah, you swim out to the middle of it. The lake itself is like really calm. There's not really any current or movement that you're fighting at all. So getting out to the middle is relatively easy. And then you swan dive. And you do have to fight the pressure of the water a little bit, but it's still within manageable range for a humanoid-ish person. And you can get to the bottom of the lake probably about 20 feet down to get to the skeleton. You won't be able to stay down here forever.
Mhm.
What do you want to do?
Can I discern what this creature is?
Make a nature, heal, or survival check.
Which one's... I have a higher nature. I'm gonna try that. Oh, that's another 18 + 9 this time. So 29, right?
Yeah. The
27.
27, thank you. I was like, that's not right.
Either way, the shape of the head particularly, and the sort of the way that the spine and the rib cage are set up, to you looks probably reptilian.
Alright.
It's relatively large. Not quite as large as the flaming lizard is, but pretty big.
Does it seem to me that this thing must have died of old age? Or of something that wasn't, like, a brutal attack or something? It might be hard to tell, but he's trying to figure that out.
Which one did you roll?
I did roll nature, I believe. If you want me to roll something else, I can.
It's really hard to tell off of just a skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
What killed it if you don't see something like a broken skull, which you don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's mainly looking like our ribs broken, or like this sort of thing destroyed, like... He's looking for all the possible places of, like, if a creature was maimed here, you'd probably be able to tell by this part in the skeleton or something.
As far as you can tell, no. There are a couple of places, like for example, in the rib cage, where bones are broken or disintegrated, but you also don't know how long this thing has been in the water.
Mm-hmm. All right. Last question. Is there moss clinging to this thing?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? He'll rip a chunk off of the moss there, just to see if it's any different than the other moss, and then come back up.
Comparing it to Ash's sample, it is not any different.
Alright.
Oh, it's the same moss.
He nods.
Identical moss.
It also seems to be some sort of reptilian creature down there. I don't know what kind, but...
Is it the same sort of reptilian as this one?
He shrugs. I forget, was it
Okay.
small? It was smaller, right? Or about the same size?
Slightly smaller, but similar, at least in animal type.
He will relay that in probably shorter
Okay.
words.
So, I mean, that was the previous one. Right? Presumably.
Could have been.
And this was the new one. And the next one's gonna be bigger. I mean, we have to stay and see, right? We have to wait and see.
Or we can go to the pillar that I saw. That's just that way, and he points in the direction of the pass.
But what if we go and it takes too long and we come back and it's already back and we didn't watch it?
Then we can kill it again and watch it the next time.
For sure, for real, will you actually let us sit and watch it next time?
Did I stop you this time?
Yes, you are stopping me this time. You're saying we need to go look at the pillar.
Sorry,
Instead of
me as Ren,
sitting here and looking
I
at it.
misheard, I'm sorry.
You're good.
He just shrugs a little bit. I'm sure there might
Do you
be
think
something.
if you died as a dinosaur, you'd come back as a dinosaur?
He tilts his head a little bit in question. Well, it is me, and I admit, so... Yes, in theory.
Oh, that would be fun to test. I'm not suggesting that in any kind of threatening way, but if you happen to die as a dinosaur, we need to pay attention to these things.
Considering that this is a change I can do myself, if I die as a dinosaur, I will probably come back as I am right now.
But you would have died as a dinosaur.
I was partially shifted the last time. That's a good question, actually. He was partially shifted the last time. Did he come revived as partially shifted, or was he just tiefling?
Nope, he was just tiefling.
I came back as my normal self, not as my shifted form.
That's so weird.
He just shrugs.
I mean, how long could it feasibly take a weird resurrection pool to resurrect a big lizard?
It took us quite a while. At least for Elith.
Yeah, but Elith is different. Elith is an outlier in our current data pool.
He raises an eyebrow at that a little bit.
We can exclude them, they don't follow the trend. Not exclude you from, like, no, not from everything else, just from the data, just from examining, just from the trends that we are observing.
Ryan.
Oh.
Look, I'd like to go before we lose daylight. If you don't want to come with, that's fine. But I think
I don't want to come with, but if I sit here and the fire lizard comes back, I'm probably fucked. So, this is a very illusion of choice thing that you're giving me here.
He shrugs again.
I would also be curious if it's going to come back. If I'm being honest. And I'd be a little bit curious to see if we could get a look on how it works, because none of us were exactly in a position to see how this creates new forms. Oh, also... Huh.
Who's to say it'll come here, even? I know that there's moss here, but it might come back the other way, and we'll just miss it entirely anyways and waste an entire day.
Was the cave big enough for the fire lizard?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey,
'Cause
Parker.
what I'm
I want to have a
thinking,
look around this area for something.
because what I'm
What
thinking
are you
is that
looking
this
for?
thing died at the bottom.
I want to look for the remains of any of the previous iterations that this thing might have gone through.
Make a perception check.
Like, does that question make sense? Wait, that's the wrong dice. I'm having the thought that perhaps the body doesn't stay very long. Or if it does, it, like, stays until the new version dies, and then... That's a 17.
So there's the one at the bottom.
Yes.
As you kind of look around, you notice that there is a small little, not really small, like, moderate size, what looks like is probably what its den is,
Yeah.
hidden between a couple of trees. And, looking there seems to be some sets of bones with, various levels of digested meat matter. I didn't know what else to say there.
Yeah.
Meat.
And some of it is relatively small. Insofar as it's probably birds and the like.
Yeah.
Some of the bones are bigger.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Am I implying the lizard has eaten its own corpse? Yes.
Yes. No, that was the interpretation that I was taking from it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's metal.
As I think Renza kind of just... I think Todhara and anyone else who followed, but we should probably start expecting some scavengers soon. Just in general. And this would explain why the town's been having problems with predator animals. If the main food source is what's left when something dies and then it comes back. Huh, interesting. Also fucked up, but interesting. We'll return to the group and we'll sort of point it out if anyone wants to look.
You know, Cypress
Yeah.
is kind of interested in the den. He wants to check it out.
It's relatively easy to find, just to point it out. It is the den of a big lizard. Not exactly the most subtle thing.
Mm-hmm. He just wants to check in there, see if there's anything of interest aside from the piles of bones.
Make another perception check.
Sure.
This is why I think there needs to be an investigation skill, because my gut says this should be an investigation check, but...
Ow.
Perception, you said, right?
Yes.
So that's... 22.
22. You see a lot of the bones. You see where this den has been kind of clearly constructed and reconstructed, probably expanded occasionally. You see places where the vegetation making up the den has been slightly seared or blackened, as if by heat. You see a couple of shiny things in there, and then you get a look, and it's like little flecks of metal.
Ooh, metal? I kind of want to steal those.
Not very much at all, only tiny little bits. You really have to like get in there and dig them out.
Fuck it, I'll dig them out. I'm curious.
The first one you pull is a very small segment of some sort of brown metal. And then there's another one like that. And then like the size of like the paint swatches you get it like a Home Depot of like a dull silvery metal. And then like some thin sort of twisted bits of a shinier silver metal. That's it.
Alright. I'll take those.
Probably wouldn't even really be worth anything. There's so little of it. Probably not even good as scrap.
Yeah. He'll just like take them out just to like see if anybody can figure out what they were at one point, or like were from. Or if he can even gauge.
Yeah, I'm willing to take a look at them and see if I can figure out what they were.
Okay. History or engineering?
Well, they're about to equal, so I'll do engineering if somebody else would like to take history.
Can I please take history?
21 for knowledge engineering.
Okay.
25 history.
So there's not going to be a lot that you can get off of these, just because again there's so little
small.
of it.
Yeah.
The brown scraps between the two of you kind of might be bits of wire, like wiring.
Yeah.
And this is also pulling from very limited knowledge of things that you have seen in tinker shops or scattered around the distant countryside, or in Ash's case, theoretical history texts of people trying to figure out what some of the shit was.
Yeah.
So I don't think Renza's read those types of books. Sorry,
No.
Renza.
No, Ranza mostly goes off vibes and how things seem like they fit together.
The like paint swatch size thing is probably some sort of maybe iron, and the smaller wiry bits of silver of the silver metal. Maybe aluminum.
Weird.
Regrettably, that does mean I have fantastic news. Or terrible news, depending on your perspective.
Oh.
Iron oxide and aluminum with a sufficiently
thermite.
hot heat source.
It's thermite. It's
So we know
thermite.
that explosives can exist in this setting.
It's thermite. It's thermite. I love that as soon as Joe said I've got terrible news, I knew exactly where you were going with that one.
Flammable.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Yeah, there's so little of it, and it's all in its compound form. I don't know how you would make thermite out of it right now.
No, but it's the fact that thermite can hypothetically exist in this setting is something that I find deeply funny.
Great news. Quest for thermite. Anyways.
I am so sorry. Anyway,
unless anybody can have use for this, I suppose we can just leave it and...
Cypress, with your nature, this was probably shiny things that it collected to try to find a mate with.
Yeah, and what mate is there for this giant lizard, unfortunately?
Oh, that's so sad!
Yeah, that's what he was thinking too. He's like, oh, this poor thing just wants to bone, and there's no one.
It just wants to have a normal life, and then it got massive and started breathing fire. This is horrible!
God.
Poor lizard.
I was mainly like, I wonder if there's any kids in there, and I'm like, oh no, this thing is fucked up. It probably doesn't have any. I feel bad.
Oh no. This is so sad.
Yeah, Cypress looks a bit grim, but you know. Shit happens with animals. Yes, I think so.
do we want to move on, or do we want to see if it reemerges?
I'm thinking it won't emerge from here, but that's just my thought. I think this is where it died. The last time, before us.
I think it will emerge from here, and I would like to wait and see. So other people are really gonna have to vote.
So 2 for wait and see.
1 for go.
I don't really care one way or the other.
How about we flip a coin?
Try this. Titus, do you want to go find the pillar right now? Or wait and go find the pillar later so we can see if this comes out of the pool?
Nocturne?
Hey.
Asha wants to know your vote on the wait and look at the pool or go find pillar right now debate debacle.
I mean, the dragon could, like, get us again.
We don't have to
It's not a
stay
dragon.
until it's coming out. Just until we see it.
And then we run away.
Well, yes. Yes. You know,
Okay, as long as we run away when it appears.
yes.
Also, I will say, perhaps we put a hard limit on how long we wait.
1 day, I think, would be enough.
Does that sound agreeable?
Yes. That's fine.
Cypress is probably already setting up camp for us now. He assumes
I'm
it's gonna
going to
take a while.
Going to sit by the edge of the pond and stare at the moss.
The sun rises higher into its noon sort of position, and even then, things are a little bit cool here. You're on an elevation, so it doesn't get as warm as it does down in Summerport. It is a couple of hours before Asha.
Yes.
You notice in that way of like when something is happening so slowly, it's not actually moving until you look away for a second and then you look back and suddenly it's different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you see starting to kind of poke up out of the middle of the pond in the moss, just the very edges of the top bit of like the jawline of something, bright red and scaled.
Okay, so it does come out of this pool. So, let's be clear. And it's just starting to come out of the pool. Oh, that's so interesting.
How long had it been?
Couple hours.
Cypress will just nod, put it in the category of, alright. That's where that thing comes from. Well, we should move on then. Is your curiosity sated?
Oh, it never will be. Thank you for asking.
You get a slight grin from Cypress.
He smiles back.
Cypress will start putting away the shit, because I assume he had at least helped make a meal and probably gave some people some more tea.
Yeah, honestly, it was a good time to stop for lunch anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, could he have also tried to find, like, you know, the natural mosquito repellent shit and stuff? Just any
yes.
herbs he could find that would be useful.
Make me a survival check.
Alright, come on, baby. That's pretty good. That's a 13 plus 7. So an unnatural 20.
Okay. So, first off, you are able to find some lavender springs,
Cool.
which will be okay. The bigger one that you find that is much more useful, you managed to find some fennel.
Ooh, alright.
Good for soups.
Good for soups and also for mosquito repellent.
Legitness?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, if you're ever stuck out anywhere and you need to make mosquito repellent, lavender, fennel, thyme, basil, and marigold can all be used to create pastes and fragrances that mosquitoes do not like.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's usually the stuff that they would use for, like, the herbal stuff for dogs, so they don't get sick from, you know, the shit we put on our bodies sometimes.
Some people also say lemongrass. But
I haven't had lemongrass
lemongrass.
work too much.
Yeah. So
It smells good though, at least.
fun survival tips from Parker's wilderness survival special interest.
Yeah, we love it.
Incredible.
Just sort of wet them down and put them into a paste, and then just kind of like fake a lotion.
Which makes me wonder how people discovered those tasted good.
Lick
it off your hand.
Yeah. Lick hand while making paste. Taste. Anyways. He will tuck those things away in his pack for later. Careful to kind of like keep the lavender in a place where it can dry a little.
Yeah, you'll have to process them to make anything, but you have the plants now at least.
That is all right. He is used to processing plants. He's an herbalist.
You are able to. Yep, God bless. You are able to start heading south through this sort of narrow pass between two mountains. And you sort of stake around this pass, and in the next, like, 2 or 3 hours of walking, the pass sort of winds its way around a couple of mountains. It seems to be just managing to stay away from making too much of a climb, though in the first half of your travel you do end up having to ascend somewhat. The second half of your travel, however, does seem to go down in a slope, which is new. And as you look around yourselves, you start to realize you are descending into what is probably the start of a decent valley. And then the forest starts to thin out slightly, slowly. And then you break out of the tree line. And what is in front of you? Oh, believe me, the ascending hasn't started, motherfucker.
I know, but that was the joke that was on my tongue when you were like, ascending. I'm like, aha, we've made it, guys.
You've ascended it.
Now we're descending. Anyways.
The sight that spans out before you, as you start to exit this sort of forested area, it's sort of odd, because the first thing that really catches your attention is when hold on, I gotta look at people's stats for a second. Cypress, you are moving along, and you are keeping your eye out for some more of these plants, and then Elif grabs your arm and sort of pulls you to a stop, and you realize you were just about to set foot off of not a cliff, but a decently sized sudden drop that, had you gone over, it wouldn't have killed you. It would have hurt quite a bit to land. And then you look out further, and there are the hole itself is not very big, probably about 7 feet across at its widest, but then you look out and you see another pockmark indent, and then another, and then another, And past that, sort of where more and more of these indents start to sort of become visible, there's what looks like the ruins of buildings not too far ahead. And beyond that, above another set of trees, you look up and you can all see now a thin metal spire rising above the canopy.
I think Cypress takes like a breath and lets it out a little bit and then looks at Elith and is just, thank you.
Anytime.
You have the highest perception that I could see right now, so I'm sorry, but
Oh, it's fine.
What do the pockmarks look like? Is origin of the pits?
Yeah, where'd these come from?
Look down. Natural erosion pattern.
First off, it does not look like a natural erosion pattern. They're sort of, they look more like sinkholes.
Ah.
Oh.
Some relatively big, some much smaller, but as you look down as you're passing one Asha, you can't see the bottom of it.
Oh.
Does it look like something came out of them?
Make a survival check. Some of them are much more shallow, and it looks like, again, if you fall into them, it'll just be a good tumble. You might crack some bones or maybe your skull, but some of them, you look down, you cannot see the bottom.
That was not a very good roll. You said survival, right?
Yes.
That's only 14.
As far as you can tell, while there are tracks of things, sort of darting around these sinkholes, there doesn't really seem to be signs of really anything climbing out of them, not in a large way. I mean, sometimes it's very obvious something probably fell off the ledge and, like, scrambled back out, but
Gotcha.
not in, like, a mass exodus way.
Okay, that was just, he just wanted to make sure there wasn't gonna be something big that was just gonna swallow us up when we got out here.
Yeah, it's something big that burrows.
Yeah. I mean, there's still that possibility, it's just it hasn't breached the surface, but, you know, better to be safe about it. How?
So, what? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're okay, go ahead.
What kinds of buildings?
They look small. Wooden. You can't really tell from a distance.
How far off are we from these buildings and the spire itself? Would you say?
The spire is past another forested area. These buildings are probably maybe 20 more minutes of a walking.
And from where we are right now, can we tell that it's populated or abandoned?
You can't tell from here.
Okay.
There are, with these sinkholes, there are open fields between you and the town. There are occasionally some bits of wooden fencing up in places, though most of it has fallen over. And lots of this land looks as though it has been reclaimed by wild plants and large bushes and ferns. There are a couple of baby trees in places.
Tweez. Alright.
But it looks like, though, like the edge of the forest is starting to kind of, not supernaturally, but naturally creep into these fields and retake.
Gotcha. Must have been abandoned for a while, maybe. Or at least untended.
Do we still want to try and have a bit of a poke around?
Cypress shrugs. Might be things to find.
From a geography perspective, even a historical geography perspective, GM, would a settlement being here make sense? Was there a place here that Asha would know about?
Make me a history check.
I would love to make you a history check, actually.
History.
That is a 30.
God.
All right. You didn't initially catch it back when you were in Summerport and Garrett was talking about the idea of a lost kingdom. But now, as you're thinking about sort of where you are placed in the world and placements of settlements here deep into the mountains, you recall it almost with sudden clarity. There's not a lot, but you remember in old writings and writings about particularly... So, the Akavian Empire was for a long time the central force of the globe, essentially. There were technically other governments, but largely what the Akavians said went. But that wasn't always the case, and in the early period, the early Aka often had to deal with international groups, international issues. There were a couple of wars, economic back and forthing. But there was one you remember that had been from this early period a kingdom that they used to say at one point rivaled the greatest learning centers the Aka had. Until it vanished. Somewhere in the Bloomvale Mountains, once supposedly sat the kingdom of Nudora. That no one has seen
Oh!
for hundreds
A
and
name
hundreds
drop.
of years.
How many years? I'm so sorry.
Hundreds and hundreds.
Hundreds and hundreds.
Yes, name drop.
Yo, Nudora!
Let's go!
Alright. Okay. Okay. Kingdom of Nudora.
Looking at the village in front of you, while it's not what matches up in the legends of a brilliant city and all of this, there was supposedly, though the Nudorans largely kept to their capital in many ways, some smaller outlying settlements that had sworn fealty to the Nudorans. Placement would make sense.
Right. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Indeed.
Lord Trop, Lord Trop.
Nudora moment.
Nudora moment.
Yes.
Yes.
The new is Dora, am I right?
Would you like to approach the village?
I think so.
Actually, I think campaign canceled. I don't want to go to Nudora.
Fuck this. Bye.
Never mind. No more games.
I'm going back to the ocean. I'm gonna go hang out with Cybus's family.
God.
Can you breathe under there?
I can try.
Like,
That's so no.
drowning.
There's this fucked up spell I can take.
I love when that happens.
Called Aboleth's Lung, which is where
Oh, I know that
you
fucking
make
spell.
you make it so that they can breathe water, but they can no longer breathe air.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Beam. I think that's what we did. Anyway, yes, I would like to approach the village.
Yes.
Aboleth's Lung is such a fucked up spell.
Oh my god.
It's certainly a way to forcibly derail the plot into we're doing aquatic adventures.
We
Yeah.
choose the
Great way to
ocean.
disable an enemy.
We're taking a hard left from creepy into wet.
Yep.
I think that spell is both creepy and wet.
Yeah.
So true.
It's so creepy that you have to be wet, is the thing.
You do have to be wet, and it is creepy.
As you pass these empty fields overtaken by plant life, I'm going to send you to a different map screen.
New map,
Woo!
new map.
You are all approaching from over here. In fact, why don't I make a fun little party token?
Yes.
Collective party.
Yes.
A shape of the gang.
The boys.
While I do that,
So what
this-
direction
this
are we
will-
approaching from? Sorry.
the bottom left.
Okay, cool.
So while this image shows a relatively well put together village with active farmland, it's more representational. This place is fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine this, but scoot the timescale forward like 100 years.
Yeah. You get closer and closer and you see more and more how dilapidated the buildings are, how the ceilings and roofs have fallen in. What used to be farmland now heavily overtaken. I am looking
Are you having fun, PK?
for a second.
PK, what are you doing?
I'm just pinging. I'm not even doing graffiti on the map. I'm just pinging.
This is a stim.
Fair enough.
Bitches love stims. I also didn't know if anybody still needed it pinged, so I just kept pinging it. But I think I've been doing it for longer than I realized.
It's been like a minute.
I like that too, honestly. It's fun.
It is fun.
Ripples!
What
What do y'all want to be represented by? I can give you a frog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Frog!
Bitches love
I was also gonna
frogs.
offer a cat, but we can do
Hmm.
frog.
And no frog.
I'm glad you said that before I shouted Miku.
Frog works.
Wait,
Frog.
if Elith were a god, would Elith basically be Meeker?
Why is it so big?
Big frog.
Small.
Wait, put it back.
Big.
No, Parker, make it big again.
Oh, it's
No.
really
Big
small.
frog, big
Aw.
frog, big frog, big frog.
Yes.
We're gonna get one of those in the future, guys. Don't worry about it.
I want to see
Yeah,
it.
we'll probably
I want
find
to
a
see
giant
it big
frog
large
now.
one more time, please. Let me
Okay.
see it large.
Yeah!
Big.
Yes. Okay, I
Big.
screenshotted it, so I'll be happy. it can be small again.
God!
Thank you
So
for
big.
thank you for endearing us.
I am also turning off the grid to make frog navigation easier.
Yay.
Thank God for frog navigation.
And as you get closer, you can see very, very slightly under your feet where there probably used to be some sort of path. It doesn't... It's not that you all don't recognize the material that starts to poke up between the grass where it has been broken through by various plants, but it's not very common. It's sort of a very hard-packed, dark material that is associated with old ruins and what is left of the old world. If anyone's wondering, it's asphalt.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Nice.
is this fantasy asphalt?
Oh my god.
Fucking out the middle here, just with our fucking asphalt.
Wait.
Alright.
Wait,
I have some.
Parker.
Cybus, you have a chunk of asphalt, yeah.
I take it out of my cargo pants. And I hold it up next to the asphalt.
It is the same. Yours is a little washed out because of water damage. But it is the same.
Is there a chunk of this asphalt I can have?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Yes!
Got the creepy version.
Fuck yeah, concrete!
Yeah! Yes! Fuck
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
concrete.
yo, I think we just found a path.
Oh my god, we did! Hey, we found it faster here than we ever did in
You're not gonna find a path to like level 6 at least in the other game.
God.
My Cybus is like comparing the two, just like holding them in front of him and just like looking.
Make an intelligence check. Or an appraisal. Or like your artifact skill.
Oh, my artifact skill. Yes, my artifact skill. Come here, dice.
I, by the way, have so many notes on the GM layer across this map, so, God bless.
18.
18. Okay, yes, it is the same thing. Whatever this material is, it's the same. However, yours is water damaged and therefore a bit crumblier and the color is off. The stuff, your new material, however, seems brittle rather than crumbly. As though aged more. Aged in the sun.
The sun. I put them back in the cargo pants pocket.
Congratulations, you have 2 hunks of asphalt from incredibly different places.
Oh my god.
Fuck yes.
Your poor cargo pants are so heavy now.
How many rocks do you have in your cargo pants?
Lots. I have just items in there. They might be rocks. Listen, the cargo pants and the bag are just gonna, whatever's in there is whatever I need to pull out for the time.
Yes.
It's
Fair
Dark
enough.
Souls. I can have as many rocks in my pockets as I want.
Yes.
You can,
sure
you
can.
can, and not only can you, you should.
Shout out
I
to
will.
Bloodborne. Shout out to Bloodborne that actually has rocks as an item that you can throw at enemies to kite them.
Mhm.
You're
I
going
need to
around
play-
fantasy Eldritch Victorian England with a pocket full of rocks.
I'm gonna
Good.
load up Bloodborne
Clank,
and
clank,
roleplay as Cybus and collect every rock in the game.
god.
Me in real life collecting rocks.
Is Adhara catching the scent of anything, by the way?
Have them roll a perception?
Sure.
I think Cypress is still on the mode of looking around for things that could possibly hurt us here, so if I can also
roll a perception?
Alright. Oh, no, that's a 1. Never mind.
Cypress, you're just like you're so focused on don't fall in a sinkhole.
Yeah. Total of 9, but that's still a 1.
23 for Adhara.
Repeat, Joe?
23.
23. Sort of sliding along the ground next to you. Occasionally you see their tongue flick out and back in. And then sort of as you are coming up to this little intersection where the asphalt splits in two, they sort of lean close to your shoulder and just can smell dog ish and not bird not bird.
From where?
They sort of point with their mask up towards the sort of other side of this field, towards where you can cross this little bridge.
Yeah. So apparently there is dog-ish and bird not bird. That way. Everyone's just gonna point more distinctly for everyone to see.
Well, those are exciting names.
They said they were having trouble with wolves.
Yeah, like dog-ish in the sense of a wolf, or...
Nora shakes their head.
Oh, here's a question. Is it dog-ish the same way that thing was lizardish?
The mask kind of tilts a little, and you see again the tongue flick out from just underneath. Yes, in that it's different. No, No, in that it is not different in the same way. Smells rotten.
Dead dogs.
No.
Not dead dogs.
Zombie dogs?
Zombie dogs.
Could be. Does not smell of necromancy, though.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye out for stinky dogs.
Well, I was just gonna say, who wants to go see what a dog not dog or a bird not bird is?
I feel like
hold for a moment before we do. And I'm gonna detect magic in sort of the area around us.
Okay.
Turn it on and do a bit of a scan.
How far does detect magic go?
That's an encouraging question. It goes 60 foot in a cone-shaped emanation.
Okay. In which case, you do not get anything showing up.
Okay. Yeah.
Besides Adhara themselves.
I mean, I can maintain the spell for a bit if we would like.
Might be smart.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can maintain it for the next couple of minutes.
Are you going to sort of how are you going to cross the field? Or are you going to continue to follow the asphalt? Like, what's up?
Probably
Uh,
the asphalt.
Yeah, I think continuing the road is a better bet because we don't want to wade through horrifically overgrown war fields.
Fair. You don't know if there's sinkholes in there.
Yeah. Path safer.
So as you all sort of start to head up in this direction, I presume.
Yes. Oh
You
my
can see-
god. More map.
More map.
More map.
Oh, zombie dogs.
You're all sort of at this little juncture down here.
Okay.
Should we put ourselves
first-
on it?
Yes. The thing that startles you from the tree with a cry, sort of grabs the attention of the other two birds perched relatively by, and two dogs?
Not dogs.
Not dogs, who are kind of milling about in front of what this old, dilapidated farmhouse, half of it sort of sunk into the earth. Again, this is representational. I do not have the Photoshop skills for this.
Yeah.
I do not
That's
even
okay.
have Photoshop.
Yeah.
Mood. I couldn't even do
I
it, don't
have
worry.
Photoshop. So just sort of
Are we meant to be
go with
quite
it.
as big on this grid as we are?
No. Actually, yes. God bless.
Oh, cool.
And the responding cries from these other two birds, you get a good look at them. They look like falcons, but as though someone sort of stretched out their proportions so that both their wings and their body are longer without getting much wider. But they're also very big. Like they've been biggened and then stretched long ways even more.
Oh, don't like
Just
that.
like
Yeah.
Photoshop.
Just like Photoshop. And the warping of the images.
They've been
on Roll20.
spaghettified.
They've been spaghettified a little
Like
bit.
when you hit something in Oblivion
Yeah.
We're
and a
fucking-
noodle fire.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like in video games.
And you get the attention of two other dogs that as they sort of start to move towards you, you realize they are moving and they are acting as though they are dogs, but they're a bit bigger, like this. Like, they don't look like they must have been, like, Great Danes. Their coloration is wrong, but they're, like, Great Dane sized.
Big.
And
To me, would these spark like their behaviors that we can see right now? Did they spark me as unnatural?
no.
Alright.
The thing that sparks you as more unnatural is the way their flesh is sort of moving. And one of them, as they raise their hackles, you see it breaks on the shoulder blade and sort of sloughs off a little bit.
Ew.
Uh-oh.
That's not healthy.
That's icky.
Though it seems to keep moving, regardless, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yay!
Smaller
Okay.
combat, God bless.
Gotta find initiative.
That was pretty terrible.
There it is. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't see it.
You're good.
I am so low on sleep right now.
You okay?
Oh, I couldn't sleep last night, and I had to wake up at like 7.
Oh, Ugh.
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
I will roll these to get them on initiative.
Mhm.
And then I will correct them with the physical dice that I have rolled. Oh, okay. I see how this fucking is.
Oh, the rolling better with the I feel that.
Mhm.
At least Ren's is the same.
Yeah, Renzo remains the same, but I'm like, really?
It's gotta be a bastard.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh.
Well, guess we die, guys. Well, those are two different sides of the coin.
Didn't that just happen last game too?
I am
Yeah.
No, not last game of this one. Last game that we played together.
Yeah, last game with the anthology, yes, that was something
with the
that
other
crit
group.
and something, and then not one of
Immediately
the other
after.
things.
Yeah.
There are only two genders, critting on initiative and crit failing on initiative.
Oh yeah, that was my joke.
That's
Yes.
so fucking funny.
Yeah.
God.
Dogs
Like
are
village
The
birds.
birds are like, what do we do with the wings? They're too long. Anyway. Dog.
Donkey. Same,
The
nocturne,
dogs
same.
are the dogs are gonna sort of rush real fast. Up, I think, on Asha looks lovingly bite-sized.
So true. So real.
So, they are going to both get a bite attack on you. First one's a 17.
17 will hit my AC.
Make me a reflex saving throw.
A reflex saving throw. That would be a failure. By which I mean that's a 7.
Yeah, sorry. You're gonna take 4 points of damage, and it bites onto you and pulls at your leg, and you are on the ground.
Nice.
And so the other one is going to roll a 15 to bite.
A 15 to bite. Do I count as flat-footed right now?
You are prone.
I'm trying to remember how Pathfinder works. I love it. It's great when I ask the mechanics questions.
Googling right now.
It did act before you, so I think it acted. This is the
Either
first
way.
round, and it acted before you, so I think you're flat-footed.
A prone target is not considered flat-footed due to being prone. They're two separate conditions that can stack.
But I take a -4 penalty to AC against melee attacks, so yeah, it hits me.
Okay. So that's going to be another 8 points of damage
All right.
as chomp chomp.
Is Asha doing okay?
Ash is just fine, actually. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
That's gonna be the dogs. Elith.
What up? I guess I'll come by this boy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get sneak attack, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So roll your attack.
Does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So, D4 first. 3... 8... 12. 12 points of damage.
Okay. It yelps. As you sort of stab it in, and the flesh breaks easier than you think it should.
Right.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Cypress.
Hi. I'm not shifted or anything. That's okay. I'm gonna just sickle attack. I have enough movement for that. I'll do the movement there, so I can get that little bonus. I'm gonna... I guess I get one swipe with my sickle at this thing. Oh! That's an 18 plus stuff. Plus 9. To hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. That's a d6 plus 5. Oh, that's 6 points of damage?
Yeah, it's not happy with you, but it's up.
I know I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity, but I do not want to be, by this bird, so I'm gonna move over to here.
Alright, give me 1 second.
If the bird is close enough to hit me by the tree, anyways.
Yeah.
It was up in the trees, so it's not at the moment.
Okay. Well then, he will just stay where he shifted next to this other dog, so he has access to both targets if necessary.
Alright.
And that will be his turn.
Cybus.
Hello. Thinking.
You're good. You got some doggies and
I
some
do.
birdies.
I don't have anything ranged that isn't losing my dagger. Unfortunately. I will come over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I will stab the zombie wolf with my dagger.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Hey. 14?
That'll hit, yeah. These things do not have a really good AC.
Awesome. Oh shit, that's weird. Hold on. I don't have a... Daggers do 1d3. Add 1 to that, that's 3.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, still, is unhappy with its situation, has realized, lots of things here, actually. Maybe too many things.
Too many things
Renza.
for a zombie wolf to know.
Yeah.
Renza kind of looks to Adara and, do you think you have this, or should I call some help?
They are dogs and birds-ish. I am fine.
Fair enough. Which means that... I'm just gonna throw some acid at the dog that, is between Cypress and Cybus.
Okay.
Just a cantrip for now.
Is that an attack? Is that,
That is an attack. Annoyingly, most of my conjuration spells are attacks. Because that's a spell, I do my, base attack plus my charisma, right?
yes.
Okay. It just said a ranged attack, so I wanted to...
Yeah, ranged spell attack is your base attack plus your spell, the relevant thing.
Oh, so that's a 22. I forgot I had a base attack bonus of 3.
Nice.
Now that'll hit.
For a single point of acid damage.
Hey!
One! Woo!
Woo!
Damage is damage.
Yeah. Damage is damage, baby.
Also, do they seem to have any particular adverse reactions to the acid?
Nope. Not any
Okay.
more than normal people getting hit with acid do. Or normal dogs, I guess. Because these are dogs.
And I'm gonna do a 5-foot step just this way, further away from the dogs, but still within Adhora's reach.
Okay.
Yeah,
Asha.
most things react pretty poorly to being hit with acid.
Okay. I don't love my current life situation.
You're getting bit by dogs.
I'm getting bit by dogs. I would like to stop getting bit by dogs. But I also have the intrinsic need to talk.
Scream.
So rather than, attack these creatures, I am going to start my raging song again. Because I just can't help myself. This time is a little bit different, though. This is the first time it's really happened where Asha has been, having taken damage. And this time they're just like, this sucks, this is the worst, and somebody needs to get the dogs off of me. And has started their raging song again. I'll put the bonuses in the chat again.
Oh my god!
Nice.
I stabbed it. Does that help?
Yes, you're helping so much.
Please stab it more!
Okay.
Stab more things, do more things with stabbing and killing.
Okay.
Oh fucking god.
Ahara.
I have incredible news for Ashe.
It's gonna be more stabbing and killing.
Well, it's going to be biting. And because that was only 5 feet, I can do that with a 5-foot step, meaning I can do both the attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, could I have stood up from being prone so I could have stopped being prone?
Yes.
Thank you.
16 to hit.
Go
With the bite.
Uh-huh.
Only a 9 with the tail.
That'll miss, I'm sorry.
That's fine, because this is 10 points of bite.
Adhara takes, like, a chomp out of it. I'm not gonna describe it, but it doesn't look
Yeah.
great to watch.
Oh.
Munchie.
They do not yet have venom. That is a conversation we can have later as to if I want to give them venom.
Venom or
Birdie.
hands?
Birdie likes the idea of a snake snack.
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Mac. Have you guys watched Our Flag Means Death yet?
Not yet.
Oh, Snake Snack is a thing.
Going to also have a tiefling and an android snack. Not that it knows what an android is. Nor knows that you are an android.
It's about to, I guess, if it gets me.
The
The most
Um,
confusing.
Adhara, Cypress, and Elith are all going to take a claw attack.
Alright.
Okay.
Hit me.
Birdie.
My AC's fucking cracked.
Hold on. What's your fucking... Adhara, that's going to be a 16 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Damn.
Get shrapnel.
Their hide seems to be reinforced with something.
Elith, that's a 13.
Absolutely not.
And, Cypress, no.
Yeah, my AC's a 21, buddy. I'm sorry.
It was a 2 on the dice.
Oh no.
Birdie not having a great time with that.
I like to think he just like swats the thing aside.
It is the dog's turn. This one just got super chomped by this snake, so it's gonna turn and try to chomp you. Chomp the snake. Twice. That's a failure, and the other one is also a 16. It is nope. This one is going to take one bite at Cypress and one bite at Elith. So the dogs are no longer chomping you, Asha.
That's good. Remember that everybody can have temporary hit points equal to our class level against this attack, just if you wanted to accept the Raging Song when I started it.
Cypress, that's a 22.
Fuck. Well, yeah. So, I'm
Elith,
glad I accepted
that is an 18.
It hits if it matches, right?
Yeah, meets it, beats it.
Well, I'll take that Inspired Rage for the temp HP. We get
Can
4
you
at this
both
level.
make me? Can you both make me reflex saves?
Sure. You know what? I'm not gonna use the tea room dice. They've been betraying me lately.
I can do math. 24?
Come on, opal dice.
You're good.
I fucking
I got
love
a plus
these
8
opal
reflex
dice.
save, so.
Yeah,
And
I
rolled a
have.
17.
I also rolled a 17, but I only have a plus 7, so that's 24.
Oh, only have a +7. You're fine. Cypress, you are going to take 7 points of damage. Elith, you're only going to take 2.
Rad. Dabs.
What type of damage is this?
It is piercing damage.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was something else. So that's 6 points.
Nope,
Yeah. Alright.
Just chomp.
For temp hit points.
Yes, I am taking that off of my temp hit points. So I'm only taking 2 off of my normal stuff.
Elith. You got a dog trying to chomp you, and did chomp you, but not very well, and a bird, like, fucking screeching at you.
Getting the dog, I guess. Do it. I can get sneak attack every round as long as I'm flanking, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify, so I wasn't. Ooh, that was
Wait,
an
what's the bonus for flanking again?
+2.
Fantastic.
Wait, you also
Did
get a
you roll?
plus 2 flanking?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you don't get advantage.
I got a natural 19, and then I get the +2, and I have a +5 attack bonus.
Nice.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah.
Shank.
4, 8.
The dog is still up. It looks super bad, though.
No, I have one more dice that I have to add 3 to that. That's 11.
It's dead.
Yeah.
It
Shiv.
had 10 HP.
Nice.
Cypress, you are in a very similar situation via dog and bird.
I want to do an opposite where I don't go after the dog. Instead, I'm gonna go after the bird. I'd like raise the sickle with like a hiss after being bit by this damn dog, and he's just gonna like kind of jump up a little bit, and he's gonna try to hook it around its neck, try to kill it.
Okay.
Okay, that's. Oh, I rolled an 18 again. Good God.
That'll
Plus,
hit.
yeah, plus a lot. Oh yeah, I have a +9. So that's.
Jesus.
And if you're accepting the rage, an extra +1 damage
Oh,
from the
that's
rage.
true. That's true. And I technically would have gotten a +1 to that, so that would have been a +10. Jesus Christ. Anyways, okay, so that's 5, 6, 7. That'd be 8 points of damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's still in the air, but...
That's fine. That is all I can do, I think, though.
Yeah, everyone has baby BABs.
Yeah.
Cywus. Nocturne?
Hello. Stabba.
Stabba.
Stabba doggy.
Roll your stabber.
I keep putting my d20 back in the bag, like that's helpful for me. I rolled a 14 again.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Four.
Fuck yeah. That thing, the dog is dead.
Yeah!
No, doggy.
Dogless.
Dogless and godless.
Renza.
Cool. Do I aim for the one that Cypress? Cypress shanked, or do I do the straight shot?
That's up to you. Take care of your bird.
Yeah, I'll do the straight shot, because worst case is me and Nudora double up on it. So, level the crossbow and fire. For I can fucking math. Over 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then D8 plus 1. 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Again, still up, but now has a bolt sticking out of it.
Yep.
Asha, you are no longer being chomped by dogs. There are 3 birds threatening your friends and also a snake.
Okay, so the first thing that happens is that I heal 2 hit points.
You do?
Yes,
Yeah.
because I have Scald's Vigor,
Okay.
and I have fast healing too for every round after I start my my song. So smiley face. God bless. The second thing that happens is that I start screaming again. It
I love that.
it affects only this one. So
make a 4.
Fortitude saving throw. Yes, correct.
That's a 10?
A 10 fails.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is you are going to both take this 2d6 points of damage and also become dazed for 1 round.
Okay.
So that's only 5 points of damage, and the bird is dazed.
Okay. Bird is dazed.
What the hell does dazed do?
I would love to tell you, Joe. Dazed, a creature is unable to act normally and can take no actions. So, get fucked.
Fantastic. There is a bird.
There's a bird.
Bird.
There is a bird that will hopefully not remain a bird very much longer.
Well, it'll stay a bird, even if it's dead. It'll just be a dead bird.
So, 19 on the first attack,
Yeah.
and a fucking 7 on the second. Not 19, sorry. I am a himbo. 24 on the first attack, 19 on the dice, but a 7 on the second.
First hits, second doesn't.
Yup. For 9 points of damage.
Okay. Still in the air, not looking happy about it.
That's fine.
It's going to swipe back at Nudora. With 2 claw attacks. The first one is a 19, the second is a 16.
First one hits, second does not.
Why is this party's AC stupid?
We knew we'd be getting hit by shit.
Yeah.
That's an 8. 8 damage to Nudora.
Okay, a little bit ouch, but that's alright.
The one above Cypress cannot act. Ellis, you're gonna take 2 as well, and neither of those are gonna fucking hit.
That was 8 damage, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are gone.
17.
Ellis.
Okay. There sure is a bird.
Bird, bird's the word. Bird.
I'll just hit it with my normal dagger, I guess. Because I can't get sneak
yeah.
attack on it. That's not gonna hit. That's an 11.
No.
No.
Cypress.
Is the bird next to me still alive?
Yes.
I want
It
to
seems
hit.
confused, but it's still going.
I want to kill it.
Alright, swing. Swing,
Kill.
bada.
Swing, bada bada bada, swing. Oh god, I rolled really bad. Hold on though. That still
Why are we
is...
suddenly rolling bad?
Well, I rolled a 2 on the dice, but then I have a plus 10, so that's 12.
It's still not gonna hit, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Fuck. Well, Opal Dice, you failed me today. That's okay, though. However, because that failed, I will... Can I get here? Is that like a scrub or a shrub? Not a scrub. Can I get here to try and...
Yeah, you can stand there, yeah.
Alright,
Scrub.
I'll get there and help you with the sneak attack problem. Bird's gonna
What?
probably want to hit me, but that's okay.
No, because it's dazed.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
it can't
Oh,
take
It's
any
dazed.
actions. That
It's
includes...
dazed for 1 round from when I did my thing, so it's still dazed.
Well, thank you very much. I can go help someone else.
Cyrus.
The bird near me,
Yes.
is it in grabbing distance?
Is it in what distance?
Grabbing. Can I grab
Yes? Are you going to make me break out the grapple flowchart?
it? No, I just want to cast inflict wounds.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
I was
would
so
be funny.
afraid.
But
That
that
on
would
the
have been
day
a
of
very
our
powerful move. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I could grapple. I don't think I'd do very well, but I could try and grapple the bird. Just so we can use the flowchart.
One of these days we'll grapple. It's alright.
What's the it's a will save?
It's
16.
a will save.
16?
How do I... Oh shit. How do I figure? Where's the number?
It's your,
Let me see.
it's 10 plus your relevant ability modifier plus the level of the spell.
Fuck, 15.
15. It takes
so
half
that's-
damage though.
Yeah.
Just grabs the face.
9.
It's up, but barely.
Fuck.
I could do overkill here.
That's 9 unhalved. I don't
Oh.
know. Sorry. I don't know whether you want to, like, whether it's 4 or 5 if you have it.
I'm letting you round up, so it's gonna do 5 damage.
5. Okay.
Alright. Renza.
Do I shoot it or do I go for overkill?
Shoot it.
Okay.
Kill.
Yeah, level the crossbow again and fire.
Okay, shoot.
She's surprisingly competent with the crossbow. Eventually I'm gonna remember what my fucking modifiers for this are. 19.
That'll hit.
Only 3 points of damage.
It's dead.
Oh, cool!
Yeah.
No, wait. No, it has 1 point left.
Aww.
Okay.
Damn.
Somebody pogo a stick.
Asha.
Okay. Apart from the one next to Ara, whatever the snake's name is, Which one looks saddest?
This one for sure. The one currently
Okay.
being flanked has not been touched.
Okay. I'm gonna... Fellas, the problem is that screaming is just way more tempting than any other option that I have.
You're so valid
Scream
and
and
correct.
I
Scream,
hit them
scream,
up
scream.
points, and I'm going to scream again.
Yeah.
Okay. Port again?
My other scream spell is too dangerous in groups.
That one is going to be a 23.
Well, that will hit. And 4 points of damage.
It is still up. And coming back to itself and not happy with you.
Guys,
And
how
Hada.
Alright, once again, attempting to bite. I'm not gonna power attack this because... So attempting to bite to take this bird out, and then if I do, will 5-foot step to smack her. That is a 23 to hit. So that is a hit. I don't even
Yeah.
need to roll damage because D6 plus 2 is my...
Yeah. It's dead.
Woo.
Then let a 5-foot step over to here, and just try to whack that one to try and knock it down.
Okay.
And that is a crit.
Ho, ho, ho.
Okay, roll damage.
So I
Remember
roll,
you also double your ability modifier.
but the ability but because I'm doing I don't get an ability modified at the moment because of it being a secondary attack.
Ah, never mind.
But would I double the bonus from the rage?
Yes.
No. Yes.
Cool.
Yes. Because it is a
That is a very lovely 11 points of damage.
That bird is dead as well.
Yay.
Smack it out of the sky.
Yeah, and Hora's tail just like lashes out and just into the ground, and it like squishes. It's the bird's turn. This bird is not happy about what's going on right now. One claw for Elith and one claw for not Julius, fucking Cypress.
Hey, they're both tieflings, so I'd get it mixed up too.
Elith, that is going to be a 23,
Yeah, that hits.
and Cypress, that's not gonna hit you.
Probably not.
Elith, that's another fucking 3 points of damage. No, wait, 6
Aw,
points of damage.
I'm chilling, guys.
6 points.
Parker, I also, unrelated, but I have great news for you about what Atara's AC is going to become when we level up.
Great. Elith,
Oh no.
time to boost everything's to hit. Goddamn.
Okay, I'm gonna get this bitch. That is 13 plus 5. 18?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Hell yeah. Okay.
I am no longer within 10 feet of them, so I will remove these bonuses again.
6. 12.
Okay. Not happy, but
I rolled a 1 on my d4. It was 7.
Mm.
PK, I'm sure that joke is funny, but I don't understand it.
Okay. It will be one day. I'll explain.
Cypress.
Okay.
I understand just enough about older D&D editions to get that joke.
God, yeah, I get it too. We're gonna do our nice little sickle attack once again. Oops, God, that rolled off the table. Hold on. Okay, that's not the best to roll. Well, I guess it's alright. So that's an unnatural 20 to hit. Actually, it would be 22, technically, with the flanking bonus.
I mean, it hit, yeah.
Alright, where's my d6? Oh, that's a... That'd be 11 points of damage.
You sound so tired.
What'd you say?
11 points of damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's not dead yet, but it looks on death's door. Alright, I am learning things about combat Pathfinder, combat building. Cybus.
Yes. Bird. Get the fucking bird.
Bird.
Inflict wounds the bird.
Yes.
I have feelings for you.
That's a natural 20 on the save, but it's still gonna take half, so roll.
Yeah. That's 3 after it's halved.
That's exactly as much as you need to kill it.
Yeah!
Yes!
Cybus!
Let's go.
Woo! The game's
Cybus,
on
you
here.
reach up and you grab the end of this elongated wing and you just blitz it with some necrotic energy.
Fuck you.
I like to think that Cypress helped by, like, catching it with the scythe and, like, bringing it down a little bit for him.
Yeah.
As combat wraps up, Renza is going to rejuvenate Eidolon because...
And
Thank you. Yeah.
and that you will get extra points because of the celestial totem. Likewise,
Okay.
who's hurt right
How
now?
does that work? Right? How many extra does that add?
The lesser celestial totem grants. Let me put this. Where is she? Where is my beautiful girl? Sorry, I have all my things split up between 2 character sheets. You
It's okay.
heal a number of. You heal 1 additional point of damage per caster level.
And that would that be off my caster level or your
That would be
caster level?
your caster level, but it doesn't matter, I think, because it's the same caster level. You
Yeah,
heal 4.
it's the same caster level, which is deeply hilarious because even without the bonus to that, Edhara is back to full.
Who else is hurt?
I took 5 points, 6 points of damage. I can do math.
I took 2 points, technically, so I'm alright-ish.
But I want to flex the thing that I can do, so I'm just gonna do it.
Alright.
I'm gonna cast Path of Glory, which means that the 4 5-foot squares surrounding me all sort of, we're gonna imagine this, and the party's going to magically be standing right there, all light up and glow, and everybody stand on those and heal 5 hit points in 1 round. Everybody.
Nice. Back to full.
And so I'm basically back up to full. So yeah, everybody gets 5, and kind of pointless to keep it. Well, I guess I can keep it going for 4 rounds, but I will stop my raging song and just let the. When my raging song isn't going, it's only 1 hit point per round, but because I have the totem, this is an ungodly efficient method of healing the party.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck
So.
yeah.
Yeah.
We restored, boys.
Cypress.
Motherfuckers best be back up to full.
Yes. Cypress just does like one of
We
those
learned
little.
from our initial mistake.
Yeah. Cypress does like one of those little grunts and just like, you know, when people are sore, they just kind of like rub their body a little bit. That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Popping things back into
and
place.
You end up fine. God bless.
I told you I hacked our healing problem, Parker.
Yeah. And you can head further into town if you'd like.
Yeah, however.
Yeah, it's still having Adhara keep an eye out and keep scenting
Mhm.
as appropriate.
Make another perception.
Happily.
I'm probably gonna have to head off here in a moment because it's almost 10:30.
Yes, we are. I'm going to finish up pretty soon. I want to get you like one or two items real fast, and then we're in.
Okay. I've been at my computer for 12 and a half hours at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You did not have to come.
I did too. I love D&D and you guys.
Oh.
All right.
You guys do get the sense very quickly that Renzo relies a lot more on Adhara's senses than her own.
And Adhara seems absolutely fine with that. As you reach the bridge of this sort of a river crossing, the bridge is still relatively intact. The railing on the side has sort of crumbled away slightly where it was once stone. But the crossing is easy, and as you hit the other side of the bridge, you look up, and planted on either side of the road, there are these long metal poles on top of which seems to be hanging fabric. One of them very much torn and withered away, but the other still pretty much intact. You're gonna get another handout?
Yo.
Ooh.
This is the only image I've ever heard about.
And further inside, as you look down this path, you can see in the center of town here, which you should be able to see that I kind of put a little circle, is what looks like a small raised edge of stone surrounding a little pool of water.
Respawn point.
Every time I see these pools, I'm just thinking to myself, the quick save. This is where I go when I'll die next. Die next. Ugh.
We really should test these things.
We also don't know how to actually set it as our spawn point.
I want to jump in the pool.
I assume it's proximity based, like, you know, if you die near here, that's where you respawn, like.
Wait, real quick, is there moss there?
You look inside the pool, there is moss.
Moss.
Is it the same moss?
Yes, as far as you can tell.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Does this banner, is this something that Cypress recognizes?
Make a history check.
Okay. Oh, that was actually a pretty decent roll. Hold on, what's my history? It's more than like a 2, I think, or it is a 2. So that's a 21. Oh wait, yes.
Hold on, I'm answering questions.
Mm-hmm.
You don't recognize the whole image, but this particular stylization of a bear kind of rings a little bit. At one point during one of her episodes, your guardian had sketched something that looked like this and asked you if you knew anything about it.
Hmm. I'll just stare at it for a minute. Have we been told by Asha what any of this is yet, or are we still just assuming it's a weird town?
Oh, Asha unfortunately has not said words about the result of their history check yet. Sorry,
Yeah,
boys.
that's what I figured.
That's okay.
That bitch needs to marinate on information before they can say it out loud.
Huh.
But yeah, that's all he'll do. He probably carries on. Looking around.
And as you approach the little pool in the center of town, the buildings around you seem, again, pretty dilapidated. The one right here seems pretty much more a rubble ruin than a building at this point. The only one that seems relatively intact is the only two that you can see right here that seem relatively intact are this one, the square one right here, and the large stone building across the way.
Could you ping those one more time, please?
This square building right here,
Okay.
and this stone building.
Okay.
Okay.
The pool itself,
I'm just gonna mark them real quick.
there is off to the side of it, what looks like another metal pole stuck into the ground and a bit of metal signage, like attached to the pole, but in a language none of you instantly recognize, in a way that you could read it.
I'm gonna pull
And
up my.
sort of lying.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Sort of lying on one of the stones as well, on the stone around the pool, there seems to be a little leather satchel.
Can Cypress pull out his journal and compare the way those writing look to these letterings?
You absolutely can. They are not the same.
Alright. He tries not to look disappointed and puts it back.
Can Asha cast comprehend languages?
Absolutely.
I would like to cast comprehend languages then.
As you cast comprehend languages and you look at the sign again, the symbols here morph and change. Some of it is smudged and the paint is chipped away, in that it is hard to read. Namely, it seems like what would be the name of the village is gone. But underneath of it, it reads, "Under protection of the Lords of Nudora," and underneath that in smaller text, "Furthest outpost, last pool."
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Last pool.
I'm gonna marinate on this information too, boys.
Can Renza check the satchel?
Yes.
Detect
the Lord
magic
is
first, just in case it's about to try and explode.
There is no there is a hint of magic in it, but nothing conjuration, nothing evocation in that way.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind. It does blaze a little conjuration, but very, very light. And as you pick it up, the leather is sturdy and hardy, very well made, and must be if it's still here and intact.
Yeah.
And as you pick it up, you can hear what sounds like glass and metal inside.
I'm gonna have a look. Try to find whatever fastening mechanism. Otherwise, be a little bit of a bastard and slit the top open with a knife.
The opening mechanism is easy to pop, and inside you find small glass vials, all of which are empty, and stopward at the top with a twist tube metal topping. And a small piece of paper in that same written manner.
And comprehend languages lasts 10 minutes, so I would be able to read that as well.
Yeah. So Aranda might kind of. Can anyone get anything from this?
Give it to me.
Hand it over.
And here's your handout.
Fast travel?
Yes.
Oh my god, it's a fast travel system.
Yo!
Oh,
That's lit.
yes. Hell yeah.
That's kind of a fucked up way of having that work.
I'm obsessed
Wait.
with this.
It destroys. You're destroying Cybus's objects?
And then recreating them.
And then creating perfect copies in the
That's
moment before destruction.
God.
That's fucked up.
You guys realize the implication of this for our bodies, right?
I don't know if
No way
my
to go
guy's
back.
really about this.
Oh no.
Well, you can wait like 5 levels until Renza can. Okay, we're just gonna walk along the boundary of the Shadow Realm.
God. I love that we're gonna destroy our bodies in the process of wanting to travel different places.
I don't know if Cybus is into this.
So excited to do this to myself.
Well, in Cypress's mind, he's already been destroyed once, so what's another time, right? God.
My things.
Yeah.
You could always put your things in a safe location.
Yeah.
Like my house?
Yeah?
Do you...
Your
God.
Do you have a house?
Yeah, ocean house. Cybus is going home after this adventure.
Is that our second? Are we done?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to phrase it like that. That was so harsh,
No.
but
That is that is where I'm going to call session.
All right.
We still don't know how to activate the respawn point though.